Curtis 50 Cent Jackson at the helm of the 4-part docuseries Sean Combs' The Reckoning.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
I'm going to say this. When I don't know why it makes me laugh, but when I first saw the footage with 50 Cent talking about the documentary, I'm not going to lie, he looks so happy. He looks very happy. But I think that, there's a couple of things when it comes to 50 and Diddy. I never really understood 50's disdain for Diddy outside of when, 50 did talk about the time where, Puff offered to take him shopping. I think there was Steve Stout's wedding or something. And Diddy had like, yo, why you don't never let me take you shopping? And 50 was like, what the hell you say to me?
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like, he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say?
So a man should never take another man shopping. I mean, I don't know what that's about, but Fifth has always talked about that. But I think there's something deeper there as far as, I would say something deeper and shallow.
Overnight, lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs trying to stop the release of a Netflix docuseries due out today.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business.
The series contains never-before-seen footage of Combs debating strategy with his lawyers in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last year.
I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution.
It also includes video of Combs greeting fans in Harlem.
Lord, you win, we with it. I'll accept it.
And then saying this about the interaction moments later.
I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it.
I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like
He's a germaphobe. Listen, a lot of people don't wash their hands. A lot of people's hands are disgusting. But, listen, when you're a celebrity, you got to shake a lot of hands and got to shake hands and kiss babies. So apparently, people are talking about this part. I don't think this part is a real big deal, but whatever.
Now, Combs' lawyers are demanding Netflix pull the series, threatening legal action, claiming Netflix is using stolen footage that was never authorized for release as part of what they call a shameful hit piece. The series is executive produced by Combs' longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and director Alex Stapleton, who said, quote, "We obtained the footage legally and have the necessary rights," end quote. Before the cease and desist demand was sent yesterday, Stapleton and Jackson sat down with our Robin Roberts to discuss the series.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution.
Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it. That's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
If you look at the trajectory, man, if you're old enough to go back to 1997, 98, Puff or Diddy or Puffy was on top of the world. Puffy's ascension was so big in the late 90s, right? And 50 was little, not really known in the late 90s. So I think that, when you go back to there was a time where obviously 50 was signed to Columbia early on in his career. He used to write for Jennifer Lopez. All this intersected around the time, Puffy was dating Jennifer Lopez back in the 90s. Puffy was huge person in entertainment. 50 was a nobody back then. And 50's ascension, obviously, since 2003, since Get Rich or Die Trying, and the things that 50's doing now is incredible. He's got the all this property in Shreveport, Louisiana. He's got G-Unit Studios, and all these things he's doing in Shreveport. But the point being is that I think that 50 is enjoying a time to say, you know what? It's almost like, look where I am now and look where you are now. And I think that there must have been a time that, not only Puffy offered to take him shopping, but there must have been the time, I think, that Fifth looked at Puff in a way that, maybe he felt like Puff was somebody who was arrogant, which, you know, Diddy's known to be arrogant, and maybe he looked down on 50 at some point in time. And again, life is like elevators, man. You never know who you're going to see on the way up, and a lot of times you don't know who you're going to see on the way down. But it is the way it is. A lot of people, like I say, the same people you see on the way up, you see on the way down. So that's how life is. So I think a lot of this, I take this as 50 is marveling in this documentary, or in producing this documentary. And I think that the other thing is that I don't think people are ever going to forget what happened when Diddy gets out of jail. I think he's scheduled to get out of jail in 2028, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. His career, for all intents and purposes, and his image is destroyed forever. But I think this documentary is going to put a further nail in the coffin. I don't know what the motivation is behind this documentary, because I don't know what else we could really say at this point about Diddy, whether it's going to make us feel better or worse about him. I don't think this is going to really change anything. I haven't seen the whole documentary, but it ain't going to change anything. People aren't going to favor you or hate you more. I don't think anything's going to change there. So we'll see what happens.